shine bright like a diamond. So shine bright.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, back at Rebellion Muaythai 13, 100% Muay Thai. Here we go, our next fight number 7. We are moving on to the main card of the evening. Coming to us out of the blue corner, Jordan Lemon Muay Thai.
ทันระวังเลยเดินตกลุกมารักเธอแล้วนะสวยแล้วว่าทำไงดีไม่มีคู่มือบอกทำอย่างนั้นนะควรทำอย่างเนี้ยสวยแล้วเนี่ยทำไงดีอยากจะเดินเข้าไปบอกรักเธอแต่แค่นั่งเพื่อนยังหาว่าเพ้อควรทำอย่างไรในเมื่อใจมีแต่เธอรู้ไม่รอไม่สิทธิ์ไม่คลาสะดุดในปัตตภีเกิดมาไม่เคยเจอใครที่ไหนโดนใจอย่างเนี้ยเสี่ยงตายก็พร้อมจะยอมเพลเมื่อความรักที่มีมันล้นใจคงสามสองคงไม่พอจะใส่ไว้คงต้องเสี่ยงถามเธอตรงๆให้รู้ปังไม่รอไม่สิทธิ์ไม่คลา
And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, Nguyen. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first fight of our main card of the evening. 5 by 3-minute rounds in the 59 kilo weight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man first came to notice here at Rebellion Muay Thai number 12, taking out one of Australia's hottest prospects. He is an absolute enigmatic figure. 37 fights for 27 wins, 14 coming by way of knockout, training at the Lemon Moon Source Summerlee Muay Thai Gym in Thailand. But tonight with Peter Kent and the Matrix crew in his corner, please welcome Jordan Coe. And now his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man knows nothing else but stepping up and taking on some of Australia's and now tonight the world's best. 20 fights for 15 wins, one coming by way of knockout. He is the WMC State Champion, trained by Superboy out of 8 Blade Warriors right here in Melbourne, Victoria. Please welcome Chris Nguyen. Both fighters, Waiku Ramoy.
All right, boys, I want you to bum up commands all the time. Protect yourselves at all times, understand? Touch gloves now. Good luck. Step. Going. Doctor. Hey, Liz.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are seconds out.
Okay, ready?
Oh, round one.
Well, one of our marquee matchups of the evening is about to take place, folks. Mark the Hammer Castanini. And joining me with Timo. Timo, this is a man you know a lot about, so I'm going to let you talk a little bit about Jordan Coe.
Jordan Coe, originally from Scotland, now trained by the legendary Lamnamumso Sumali out of Ubon Ratchathani in the northeast of Thailand. A foreigner with an amazingly clean technical style Muay Thai. I haven't seen that in a long time from a foreigner.
Well, definitely, and supremely confident, as we saw in his pre-fight amble, and a little bit of a jig he did with MC Jono Armand. I don't reckon Jono's got that much grinding hip action since he visited Spearman Rhino last. Anyhow, Jordan Coe loves his ring entrances, loves to be in centre ring, and that's testament to how relaxed he is. And of course, in the fight game, being relaxed is paramount, because everything just flows and snaps out a lot faster, a lot crisper. And you've just seen that round kick right there, just so quick and explosive. In turn, we've got Chris Nguyen. He's done the hard yards and battled with all in his weight division. 20 fights, but an experienced fighter who's opted to step up on this occasion. He knows that Jordan is a tough ask, but if anyone's going to do it, Chris Nguyen will attempt it anyway.
Jordan taking fights like Thais also. He just fought 2.5 weeks in Cambodia. Training, sleeping, training, that's what he does up in Isan in the northeast.
Yeah, and he's only a relatively young man, I think 20 years of age as well. Just like the boys fighting in our next few fights, Pech Sitmanchai and Datia Sitmanchai, both only 18 years of age, so have a look at them. But the experience they carry to the ring with them is well beyond their years. Pech, 105 fights. But back to Jordan Coe, as I said, 20 years of age, 37 pro fights, and going up almost weekly. So he's going to rack up some serious experience in a very short amount of time. And by the time he gets to be 25, he's going to have 100 or more fights easily.
He was here at Rebellion Muaythai for the first time in September, put on a masterclass against Josh Tonner.
Yeah, he did. He fought Josh Tonner, and that's what got him the invite back, obviously. Sai Naji, tonight's promoter, Master Rebellion promoter, matchmaker extraordinaire, and even today ran an amateur show before the pro show. So he's been the busiest man in Melbourne today. So the guys do a bit of a tango, and Coe sends Nguyen down, just exhibiting his craftsmanship in the ring and looking very relaxed while doing it too.
Round number one, Jordan Coe, Chris Nguyen in centre ring.
Arm, right? Put eye on your arm. Listen to me, yeah. You work good. But when you move, not play with the leg, yeah? Move up. Right hand first, and throw right kick. Shake sometimes good, but go back to do it. You know what I mean? Go back good, move. Don't take it up. You move around him, leave it both. When you jab, sometimes you move. Right hand. And feel a kick. You fight good. No frustrating. Put up power, yeah? Not just kick hand. Jab, bam. When you move to you, you're not wet. Not wet when you move. Go first. You know what I mean? When you move up, you're not wet. Go. Counter in. You know what I mean? Play good. You know what I mean? You ain't not work, yeah? You not stuck, yeah? No move. Move in there. Move. You know what I mean? You can only have left leg, yeah? You know what I mean? Only left leg. Not stop too much. You know what I mean? When you say, yeah? Not here. Not here. So you move in more. Move back. Not too far. And not too close. Not stay on the hand. This hand there. Yeah, now. Checking out. Jab, hand. Jab, outside. Right hand. You know what I mean?
make sure that corner's dry. Mouth guard. Mouth guard.
All right, 2.
Fight.
Jordan Coe, Chris Nguyen. Coe in the white shorts, Nguyen in the black. First round was interesting. Let's see what the boys have to offer in the second. Obviously, Coe fighting out a southpaw left-hand stance. Nguyen traditional orthodox. Lightning fast rear round kick from Coe.
Traditionally slow first round from Coe. Now he's gonna try to panic move, back speed.
Nice. Nguyen catching the push, dragging it through, and then looking to clinch, throwing the punch, and then look to clinch off that. So nice moves from Nguyen already. Needs to let that left kick go past. Make sure that the lead foot is to the outside of the opponents. Nguyen should be stepping left, throwing right. In turn, Coe will be stepping right and throwing left. Big body kick again and again. Obviously, with training as much as and fighting as much as he does in Thailand, his fight strategy is going to be less boxing, more kicking and clinching.
Yes, indeed. It's also what Lam Nam Moon teaches. He teaches the kicking style more than the boxing, but he's not only a kicker. He can do both because he knows he's low blow there, very low.
Low blow on Nguyen.
You got 5 minutes. Take your time. Take your time. I can get the doctor to come and check if you like. Jump up and down, that's it. It's out, one down.
Once again, there it was, fully loaded low kick as Nguyen stepped forward. Boom, just rotated right into it. And that's a move that's taught in every women's self-defense class around the world. So there you go, ladies. That instruction is for free.
The next one's going to be
Actually, on Chris Nguyen, it's not for free. As we head back to the action, Nguyen shakes it off, as they say. And we'll get back into action, hopefully. Nice, up to the head with that neck kick almost from Coe. Coe again. It's going to be interesting to see how much, well, if Nguyen is fully recovered. Again, clash of legs. Walks back out of the way of the round kick. And quite obviously, Jordan Coe is going to really load off that rear round kick and look to bang up the body and the legs of Nguyen.
Let it go. Sorry,
Catches the kick and climbs.
And don't hold the ropes when he's going to do a takedown, all right?
Ignatius Missilides onto the fighters holding the ropes to preserve themselves from being taken down. Obviously, any more of that and there'll be possibly a point taken off. So the guy's got to fight within the rules. Coe just absolutely climbing up on Nguyen.
Before the low blow, I was going to say Jordan Coe not only a kicker, he can also punch. He knows he's here on international fights and that he has to show a little bit more than just the kicking style.
Yeah, it's just obviously there's a lot of differences in the fight style in Western countries as opposed to Thailand. Of course, in Thailand, the fights are heavily bet on. So a lot of the strategies also raised at bringing up the odds for the punters. But here, there's not much that's being bet on. It's all about the action, all about trying to get the win.
No, that's okay. Relax, listen to me. Listen. You're kicking, okay? I want you to change it up. So I want you to punch and long left knee. I'll watch over the punch here. Okay, jab. Just straight jab cross and load up that big long knee. And I want you to start clinching more. Start throwing him around a bit and soften him up. I said it last round, you didn't do it. Yeah, no. Listen to what I'm telling you. I want you to start kneeing him in here and keep his soft here. Okay. Okay? I want you to...
Well, the mark of experience there, Peter Kent from the Matrix Gym on the Gold Coast. He's been around forever and a day and trained some absolute legends. One of the most understated trainers in the country, Peter Kent. And wise words. Wanting to change the strategy now of Coe. Of course, the red corner is going to be thinking he's going to come out with more of the same. So that could be a bit of a surprise, Timo.
Yeah, he told him just to punch and then step up with the knee, which I think is the correct thing to do now. We've seen the kicking game now for 2 rounds, and the red corner, has gotten a little bit used to it. So now there's some different stuff coming out of Jordan Coe's back.
Round 3, it's been an interesting affair thus far, changing strategies, but a lot of power and a lot of bad intent coming out from Coe, looking to unload, trying to follow the instructions now that were issued to him in the break, punch a little bit more and then bring the knee through. For me, I'd say, you know what, when he's been that used to not punching, to now try and box is probably going to be a little tough. You know, to change his style up, especially if he's heavily reliant on that rear leg. So it's going to be interesting to see how his hands flow. He skips up nicely with the knee, though.
There he goes a bit more in the clinch, like Peter Kent told him to do.
Yeah, Pete told him to get in the clinch, and he's following instructions well. Just got to let the hands fly as they tangle up in the rope, the upright of the rope, so they'll be broken. Ignatius separates the guys, doesn't bring him back to centre, however, lets him be somewhere in the same positioning. Nice step round knee from Nguyen now. And just scrambles, the footwork takes him down, does Coe. Lets the leg go. Now lets the hands fly a little. Tried for the elbow. Big knee. We'll try and manipulate his vertical base and attempt to take him down, Coe. More so, it's not just about the scoring with the takedown, I think, for Coe now. It's more about breaking his confidence, breaking his spirit. When a fighter gets thrown constantly to the canvas, you just see them become very disheartened. They lose focus, they become dejected, and therefore the game plan falls away after that. So it's the continual breakdown of strategy that Coe's trying to exhibit onto Chris Nguyen.
What we can say already, though, is that this is not as one-sided as his first appearance here on Rebellion Muaythai. Chris Nguyen is in the fight, giving his best.
Yeah, and sends Nguyen down again as I said, an attempt just to break the confidence of Nguyen, to frustrate him and scramble his clear thought process with regards to his game plan. So Coe having a bit of a play in the 3rd round now, but yeah, definitely against Tona he opened up and really brutalised him a little bit. But I don't think he's as strong in his performance now. Whether that's because Nguyen's not letting him be as hard, or perhaps he's just having a little bit of an off night. We're not really sure. Obviously, Timo, you've seen him a lot overseas in Thailand. How's this performance comparing to those in Thailand?
A little bit difficult to say. He's fought at Lumpini 3 to 4 times, and no offense to Chris Nguyen, but there were some really strong opponents there, stronger, and maybe he's a bit of an off night today.
You take 5, you can't keep. You take 5, you pop the shit out. That's fine, man. You're gonna say on first, yeah? Not after. You just step, when the left come, you pop it. Just pop, go. Right ankle, go. Ankle out. You didn't see a kick, you didn't see a kick. You see the leg coming? Yeah. You work. Stop the pop it, yeah? You pull back when you don't need turn. When you pull pressure, not back, yeah? Say, you're gonna work. You pick up with the hand, eh? No, hand not work. Up, go. Not that up, go. Hey, clinching, go inside more. You go to fight and get hurt. You understand? You know what I mean? And you have 2 more rounds to go. 7 long work, no.
Well, Nguyen being asked to work a little harder, and definitely that right step through punch at the end did the job. In the clinch, you just see Coe just master the internals of the grappling and just take the footing quite easily in the end of Nguyen. But you could bet that he's probably grappling in Thailand, I reckon, 30 to 45 minutes a day minimum. That's just the clinch game. On top of that, you've got the kicking, the striking, the conditioning. So he's certainly going to be well conditioned and prepared. Perhaps a little off night on his form from his past fight tonight, Jordan Coe. But maybe Chris Nguyen is going to get the advantage of that.
Let's see, wipe it all, thanks, mate. Now, cut.
Well, here we go into round 4. Will Jordan Coe pick up the pace, or will Chris Nguyen pull a Donald Trump and create the upset of the night? Nguyen looking for that jab, but he needs to affect the right hand or right leg after it, especially when Coe's propping on that one leg. He's hoping maybe an opportunity to kick the stabilising leg. They clinch up. Nguyen needs to connect his hands. He needs to keep his vertical base. He doesn't bring his gloves together. It's going to compromise his ability to stay upright.
Jordan now very comfortable in this fight, though.
Very comfortable. As he comes forward, though, he has a tendency to skip up on that round kick. If Nguyen can time it when he kicks to throw the right hand, he might actually land a punch as he's coming in to kick with that left round kick. This probing push kick again, and then into the round kick. Beautiful execution of his round kicks, though, Coe. But Nguyen tonight, his defensive zone's pretty good. And have a look at that, nice catch and almost counter off the right.
That was exactly what you just mentioned.
Yeah, definitely. And now Coe, rather than kicking the inside thigh, he's actually kicking at the inside calf. He's going a little bit low. He's kicking below the knee and attempted to take out the supporting lead foot of Nguyen. And then he'll double up with that rear kick if he can. So he'll kick low and then come back and kick high. Destabilise the lead leg and then come through with a secondary round kick up high. I think Coe's trying to affect. Oh. Push kick, measures distance. Coe, Nguyen stalks forward, skips up. Needs to let the right hand go when he skips up. Want to see Nguyen skip up, step left, throw right. Even the right hook potentially, if he steps in close, might get it. Nice turning takedown from Coe in the clinch.
Jordan has developed a great balance through all the clinching, grappling over there in Thailand. And that's what he's shown with those throws and sweeps.
Stop.
Just having a bit of fun. Coe in there now. Nguyen squatting down low as well, which to me is Chris should be sort of up on the balls of his feet. He squats down, it makes his movement a little bit slower also. So Jordan Coe fairly comfortable in there, just looks to be having a bit of a good time. Nguyen looking a little bit frustrated to try and find a clean opening.
Yeah, he's only going for the head. Yeah. I want that chin down. Okay. Get the back of my neck. Some more. Rub his back of his neck. Listen to me, when you're in the clinch, I want you to be on top and heavy on his head. Yeah. Okay?
How do you want me to get into the fight?
Punch and knee.
Punch sometimes.
Listen, punch and lock with your chin down. Listen, look, walk, punch, lock. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So I want you to punch, guard, chin down.
Guard up,
Punch.
Having a look at the action from the last round, obviously Coe just rolling with that lead round knee in the clinch. And then they've identified that Nguyen's trying to go for that big bomb to the head, Timo, but whether it's going to come for him or not now, especially now that Coe's aware of it. And have a look at that. Glancing round kick to the head, just caught Nguyen. Trip takedown, easily done in the clinch. And certainly a master with the grapple for this division.
Last and fifth round, and now it is clearer and clearer that Jordan is easily cruising through this. As you just said in the corner, Chris is only going for the head, and that is maybe not enough.
Yeah, definitely he's looking for the big head shot, and he has got his chin up high. And if Chris can generate enough power and get the shot through, you know what, it can turn the fight on its head easily. But I think Jordan's supremely confident. Doesn't see Chris as being much of a threat. But in my mind, if Chris can close that gap and land a solid shot, who knows? Catch and drag there from Coe. Let's see how that technique was shown to be a while back by Sanchai. Uses it, catches, drags, spins you around, and almost puts you on your head just from that catch and drag. Sanchai classic, one of many of the magic tricks he possesses.
No cartwheel from Jordan Coe though.
In the clinch they go. Test of strength. The win, lose or draw, Chris Nguyen, I think he's going to take some valuable experience away from this fight, you know. It's going to make him a better fighter. It's not always the wins that make you a better fighter, and there's the cartwheel kick you call for.
It is there.
And that jumping round kick. Just having a bit of fun now, Coe.
But big respect also to Chris for taking this fight.
Yeah, as I said, irrespective of the result, even if he loses, he still may win in the fact that he gets the experience, and he may learn a couple of key things out of the fight that he'll take into his next battle, and that could make his next fight a whole lot easier for him. So he'll take experience away from this, and Coe's just now sort of toying with him. Peter Ken in the corner, in the blue corner, calling for him to box now. The 1, 2, 3, calling the hands up. That's what Ken's calling for, hands, then the knee. Nguyen giving it his all. Final moments of this fifth and final round. In what has been a thoroughly entertaining fight.
It will be interesting to see if Sai Nachi decides to bring Jordan Coe back, if he finds another opponent here in Australia.
I think he's having fun and he's looking good, but I think there's fighters that won't be intimidated by it. And no, there'll be fighters that will give him a crack for sure. He's dynamic and he's fun, but I don't think he's unbeatable. So just one of those fights. Again, an exciting prospect, however, he's an entertainer, absolutely no doubt. Jordan Coe, supreme entertainer. He's great for the sport, he's great for the shows, Jordan Coe. So take nothing away from Chris Nguyen tonight, came to fight, give it his all. And as I said, irrespective of the result, Nguyen still props for taking the fight and taking away some good experience from it. There's the catch and drag from Coe. Very confident young man. And at 20 years of age, who knows? If he keeps going at this level to where he's going to end up, this young guy. Just got cracked with the right hand there. That was the punch of the round, and gave it straight back with interest. And there's the cartwheel kick. Actually, it's interesting to note whether those kicks are illegal or not, because they say if your gloves touch the ground, you know.
There's a long discussion about censure already over years and years.
So there you go.
He's actually not allowed to do it at Lumpini or Ratchanamurn.
So tell us about the little woodwind instrument he's got over his shoulder there.
It's a Isan flute. His gym, Sumali, is up in Ubon Ratchathani, very far northeast of Thailand, and that is a traditional flute from there. And he's taken that instrument and bringing it here or everywhere he goes, actually, and making a show out of it.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you have just witnessed an absolute world-class standard Muay Thai. Terrific effort from both boys. And that is what Muay Thai is all about. 100% Muay Thai and 100% respect. At the end of 5 rounds, we've gone to the judges' scorecards. It is all a unanimous point decision, pointing the same way. The Enigma, Jordan Coe.
Having a look at some of the action from the 5th and final round. Definitely Coe stepped it up, landed some good shots. But Nguyen himself landed and planted the clean right hand. Attempted it many a time, but it did come for him in the 5th. So once again, a great battle. Strategy, excitement, flash moves, bit of tricks. That had it all. Timo had it all.
It's interesting though what Jordan Coe said in the corner that Chris is only going for the head. I think in his 37 fights Jordan was never knocked down, so he's very confident in his chin as well.
Very good point. But entertaining battle coming up next. Lloyd Dean, Pech Sitman Chai.